What's going on, guys? It's Colin here for Next Gen Tactics, and the gameplay that I'm bringing you today is a bit of a highlights compilation from a tournament match that I played on Friday night as a part of Project PTFO, otherwise known as PTFO Director's Cut, and it's a 4v4 squad rush tournament that's currently going on within the Battlefield community, and the teams are made up of 2 YouTubers and 2 subscribers that were able to enter in a draw to play on basically a team with a YouTube director that they wanted to join up with. So we got paired up with a couple of great fellas, and my partner, who is also a YouTube director, was Jimmy the Snake. We were playing against MechRat from ratsclan.com, and I don't know how to pronounce his name, but anyway, the man behind the Zombie Pimps, and he puts out some, both of them put out some very, very entertaining video content. So, the game type is Squad Rush. We played 2 maps. We played Damavan Peak and Operation Firestorm. We attacked and defended each map. So, the total footage was around 20 minutes for each map. So, yeah, it's like 40 minutes of footage. I posted it on my channel over the weekend. If you want to watch that, be sure to check it out. I will have links to both maps in the description. And, you know, if you're not subscribed to my channel already, then be sure to check that out also. And if you are subbed to my channel, well, sub boxes, you know how they're being these days. You may have missed the videos, and if you already saw it, then I do apologize for the repeat gameplay content. I usually like to have exclusive gameplay here on Next Gen Tactics, but just because this tournament's been taking up a lot of my time lately, you get what you get. So I'm actually on into, I know, I'm giving a spoiler, so if you don't want spoilers, then stop watching the video right now. Alright, you done? You stopped? Perfect. If you haven't stopped, then it's not your fault. So, basically, we are going to be moving on in this tournament, and if you like the format where I post the entire match on my channel and give you a Monday morning recap of what went on, then let me know. I'll do this again next week. And hopefully, we'll have 3 more rounds of footage. That would mean that we made it to the championship final. If we get bounced out of the tournament this week, I'll still bring you that footage. So that's the end of our attacking round on Damavan. It wasn't really all that compelling from my perspective. I spent a lot of time on the initial push trying to deal with a support player who was up on the roof of the left-hand building from a defender's perspective, the 2-story, looking over the MCOM, and he was picking off our players. I had to try and get an angle on him. It took up a lot of the time. So anyway, we managed to take down both objectives, and now we're on the defensive. So anyway, I'm not going to talk too much about the gameplay as we go. I'm not going to give a play-by-play. I did a play-by-play on my channel. And how many times can I say play-by-play in a paragraph before you guys just give up and thumbs down the video? I don't know, but perhaps I just found out. What I do want to talk about is that a new patch is available for Battlefield 3 as of today. A number of key points that are addressed are suppression. They actually have claimed to dial it down a little bit, and I'm looking forward to checking that out. I like the suppression mechanic. I like that it's in the game. I think that it was too weak when the game first came out, and they might have gone too overboard with the latest tweak, although some people really like it. I find that it hampers play like this, you know, in a tournament, competitive play, a little bit, just because, you know, so much emphasis is put around precision gunfights and, you know, the skill factor, and you can really suffer from suppression. I know that it's a tactical thing that you need to get used to, but anyway, I would prefer to see just a little bit less, and that's apparently going to happen, so I'm looking forward to that very much. For console players, and this is actually Xbox 360 footage, I know that most of you are used to my PC gameplays, but because we got bounced out of the tournament on PC, I have been playing Xbox quite a bit in the past week and a half, so you'll have to, if you're wanting PC gameplay, it'll be back here in a week or 2, but in the meantime, I have tried to render this footage out at as high a quality as possible so that those of you that are used to those beautiful PC graphics aren't too disappointed in what you're seeing. I think it looks pretty good. So, anyway, I have an astigmatism, so things always kind of look just a touch blurry for me. I don't wear glasses anymore. I find that it doesn't hold me back, but when I'm watching videos on YouTube, I can't really tell the difference. So, but the patch, you know, that is pretty exciting, and with that is the launch of Battlefield Premium. And that gives you the ability to buy a package. I believe the price point is going to be $50 here in North America. And it gives you 4 DLCs, so 4 new map packs, or expansion packs basically, that'll be coming out. And some exclusive in-game content, A few other benefits, such as server queue priority. I was talking to Spiderbite this morning. I'm not sure how I feel about that. That, you know, you buy the package and you get queue priority, but I don't really know what that means at this point. I do know that chances are I would be buying all of the DLCs, and at 15 bucks a crack, so you're going to save 10 bucks on DLC. You get early access to the DLC, and there are some other new items that in-game for the purposes of customization that you have access to. So I'm looking forward to that. Full list of patch notes will be in the description as well, along with sort of the full video with play-by-play commentary. I did not capture the in-game comms. That's a little bit of a pain in the butt for me on the Xbox, and you know, when I'm playing in a match like this where it's kind of competitive, I mean, you know, it's not to the level of game battles or anything like that, or MLG professionals, but you know, we are taking it seriously, and it's you know, it can get nerve-wracking because we're playing with subscribers, don't want to let them down, want to play a good solid match, and so when I'm worrying about, oh, did I start recording my voice, and it actually messes up the audio quality for me to bring the Teams chat through my headset so that I can capture it. So I don't like to do that unless I really have to, and I'm doing it for entertainment purposes. But in a game like this, I'd prefer to just you know, have everything to be the highest quality possible from a player perspective when I'm in the game. So that's kind of why you don't have that footage. Now, I do want to talk about the gameplay a little bit because we took both objectives on the first map. So the game was tied 2-2. We get right down to the wire. You have 20 tickets to attack one MCOM station in Squad Rush, and we're trying to clear them out of this red room up top and not having a lot of success. They had some spawn beacons set up. They were super persistent. So at this point, we're down to like one ticket. I get rezzed to take us back to 2. Now we're back to 1. They get one more kill. Game over. Luckily, one of our teammates managed to sneak around just in the nick of time and arm the MCOM station, so props to him for that play. And now we got to set up and defend, because if we don't take any MCOM stations and they take one in their attack, they win. Even if we manage to hold them so that they take none, it's still tied 2-2, and we would have to go into tie-breaking proceedings. So anyway, it was a really fun game to play. Very gracious opponents, the Mech Rat, the Zombie Pimp, and I've actually gotten a message from one of the subs that was on their team. He was an excellent, excellent player. And, you know, so I made some new friends through this process, and we'll have some new people to play with on the Xbox. Although I kind of do miss playing a little bit on my PC, I have been enjoying the Xbox more than I thought I would. And now, if they are supposedly addressing input lag with this patch, which is something very cool and very important, if that improves the controller-based experience for Xbox and PS3, then I'm definitely going to try it out, because I have lots of good friends on all the platforms. I want to occasionally play. Obviously, PC is still going to be my primary, but for me, it's always been more about the company that I'm keeping rather than what platform I'm playing on. If I'm just in there, I do like the precision of my mouse and keyboard, but great people exist on all platforms and great players. And the thing is, in an organized match like this, you don't tend to run into the same level of bullshit that you get in public lobbies. So it is just a ton of fun, and everyone is trying their ass off to play the objective. The tournament is called Project PTFO, or PTFO Director's Cut, and as you may or may not already know, PTFO stands for Play the Fucking Objective. And that was actually something that came to be in Battlefield Bad Company 2, and I'm not sure if you all know Swordsman75, but he came up with the term, here is the epic fail of the game. I bounced a nade off the pole in front of me. I was trying to clutch it and kill them off the MCOM station. I got 2 of them, but the nade kills me for a squad wipe, so we only take one objective. So after the attacking round of Operation Firestorm, we're leading this match 3-2. That means that we need to stop them on their attack, not let them have any MCOM stations in order to seal the deal and win this match. Team told me in comms that they saw 3 pushing left, so I go out to the right. I know I'm out in the middle of the open, but I knew that they had one flanker. He was up in the pipes. I wanted to make sure that I had a good angle to kill him, and then I circle back to support the team. Get another kill. I get killed. Anyway, it was kind of a nail-biting defense. They got this thing armed once or twice, and we disarmed. You know, get into a lot of these gunfights where you take out one takes you out, and it's, I know that it can seem like it might be frustrating, but really it's intense, and I'm not getting frustrated at all, other than at myself for screwing up and killing myself back there. But, you know, we see 2, kill 1, rush the other one. You don't want to give them a spawn point. You want to try and bleed those tickets. And this one, again, comes right down to the wire, given that they had armed it a few times. So I wanted to try and make up for previous mistakes, and I'm starting to get a little bit nervous at this point. And that was just a fail, an awareness fail. I get taken down. So we had one squad mate left at that point. We just hollered at him to stay alive, hide like a little wimp, and we'll all spawn on you. So we did manage to push them back out, get them down to about 5 tickets, and we just have to kind of set up and finish this. And I think that my teammates picked off a few of them as they tried to push up. I see that they're trying to hide a spawn point there. They were probably low, although I don't see the squad eliminated, so they kept constant pressure on us. And here's the conclusion of the match. So we got 2 tickets left. They need to get this crate armed, and I'm going to hop around the corner for the double spray to finish the game. It was super intense, super fun. I want to say thanks to everyone on my team and everyone on the other team for it being such an amazing match. And I hope that you guys enjoyed the highlights. I encourage you to check out the full footage if you're interested in seeing it, which is on my channel. And I'll be back later in the week with some more gameplay for you guys. Appreciate it as always. Cheers. We'll talk soon.